time. Gotcha, bitch! Hello, we're here again with a regularly scheduled episode of Metal Band Reacts with the boys from CHUB. It's your boy, Skinny Penis Kyle, the drummer I hit stuff, and...
Fat Penis Ben! I'm the singer.
He's the Chub of CHUB. Fat Penis.
When you said yours was skinny, I'm like, I guess mine's fat in comparison.
We just two dicks on the sofa. I mean, yeah, we are. But...
Well, yeah.
Today we're listening to a band called Loathe. Again, I don't know anything about them at all. They've been coming up. They've been mentioned a lot in the circles that I follow online, in message boards, all that. I've heard they're good. They're meant to be a big deal.
Tomorrow's the anniversary of the song.
Ooh, cute.
Yeah, 1 year anniversary. So it's fitting that
we're listening to it.
That we're listening to it today, I guess.
Yeah.
We should have done it tomorrow.
Fuck. We let ourselves down. We let our friends down.
It's basically...
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Loathe.
It's our first YouTuber apology who thought who'd done this. Okay, shall we just stop fucking about and listen to it? It's 5 minutes long, which is relatively long. But again, don't know anything. I don't know what genre this is. I don't know. Like,
it was in Metal Hammer, so I presume it's something metally, right?
Metal Hammer post about all sorts of weird shit. That's not metal. Like, half of the comments on Metal Hammer are, "This isn't metal, and you know it."
But we're not gatekeepy.
No, we don't care. Gatekeepy. I mean, if it's good, it's good. I don't give a shit what it is, but I'm just saying I don't know what it is.
Let's go.
So let's fucking do it, mate.
Pardon me.
Very downbeat, very sort of Deftonesy.
I was literally about to say it sounds very Deftonesy. Like the singer sounds, the same kind of vocal cadence.
It's quite dreamy.
Yeah, instead of like the Deftones being like, it's more like it's a little bit softer than that.
Yeah, it's like a bit more accessible Deftones.
Yeah,
it's kind of love making music so far. I'm expecting it to like shit on our faces in a second.
Yeah. It's almost kind of like what I really like about Deftones and that kind of subgenre of metal is that it's almost like sometimes it really sounds like shoegazy metal, and I don't want to shit on the metal community or the shoegaze community because they're probably both not polar opposites, but it's like where it's kind of like lo-fi, that kind of like wavy kind of sounds. And it's where they collide, and that's why I love Deftones as well, because they've got that kind of vibe going for sure.
Yeah, my favourite Deftones songs are the more like downbeat ones. like Digital Bath, Tonight. That's a good song. They've got all of their slower songs are really good. But then I also love their sort of jams like Passenger and Head Up and stuff like that. So I feel like Deftones kind of straddled that like new metal and sort of shoegazy vibe.
Yeah.
Really well, though.
So I mean, we've only been a minute in, but these guys definitely reek of that kind of vibes. Which it sounds good.
It's funny actually that we mentioned Deftones because their album Ohms won Album of the Year 2020. So we got, and I've not heard anything off that album yet.
Damn, that's another one for the CHUB Cast then.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to do like a video off of that for this. So we'll have to see. It's one for the back burner.
Yeah, for sure. For the burner. All right,
cool. Let's carry on. that's a good point to pause. I'm just way too jaded, man. I was fully expecting it to launch into some like death metal growls or something.
Yeah. Well, we're only halfway in, and it's
I mean, it's still got time.
It's still got time.
I don't think it will. It's really looking like their aesthetics. One of the interesting points for me. They look like good Christian boys and history teachers.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's chill. They look like they're vibing, man. I can't imagine them. They must. I'm sure they're lovely people to hang out with.
Interestingly, we covered a band recently for one of the singles for CHUB Cast called "Make Them Suffer." There's an album that they have. The song we listened to, Bones, is I can't remember what the album name is from the album that the Bones is on.
Yeah.
But there's a song on there that sounds like almost identical to this song. It's got that like really sort of like lo-fi. I can't remember what it's called now. I'll probably put it in the links in the description for people to listen to sort of compare and contrast. Not like a criticism or anything. They're both great bands.
There's nothing wrong with bands sounding. I mean,
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen nowadays.
There's only so much you can do.
Like I'm pretty sure
it's like the fucking Simpsons did it story. You go on long enough.
Dude, I'm sure like nowadays, like modern contemporary music, like originality is pretty dead now.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to what we were saying in one of the previous episodes, where it's just combinations of things rather than
like a brand new thing. Yeah. And if like at the end of the day nowadays, if something's like completely brand new, it's probably like so obscure that it's not really that enjoyable.
Yeah,
anyway.
like fucking Extreme Noise Wall. That a friend of mine used to listen to. Fuck that shit. No. But yeah, I like it so far. I mean, it seems like it's right up your street.
I love it. Like so far, this is like super. It's Deftonesy. It's sort of reminiscent of like a lot of like grungier kind of like softer, like songs, like almost like stuff from the 90s. Verging on kind of like almost sort of Nirvana-y in a way. Yeah. Like in a lot of like how kind of like lo-fi it is. I really enjoy this. This is really, really good.
His voice is a lot like dreamier and like.
Well, both theirs are. They
both got really nice voices. Yeah. I kind of prefer the backing vocalist so far.
The one doing the
rich tones. Yeah.
I think he's doing the chorus. I mean, if there's like a dual thing going on where they both like sing as much as each other, the dynamic works quite well.
I think we're gonna have to do another song after this just to see if this is
what
all their music is like.
Well, yeah. That's the thing. Like sometimes like a breakout single from a band could be like super far apart from what they actually do.
Yeah, sure. Let's get on with it. Yeah. I'm gonna look up the story, like who they are, where they're from, and stuff after as well. So yeah. Thinking about live music.
Oh yeah, this is like nighttime train journey.
What would you do if you weren't afraid? I'd leave my doubt behind. What if you worry? I'd leave my worry behind. But will you be happy? was good.
That was great. I really enjoyed, like, they have such a dreamy kind of vibe.
Deftone vibes are strong.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go. We weren't the only ones that said that. I'm glad as well. Like, that a lot of people, well, 1.9k people agree.
As much as I love the heavy shit, I wouldn't be against hearing more of the shoegazy alt rock sound. So
there you go.
Like this is an outlier.
To be honest, I think honestly it works. As a shoegaze fan of big, you know, shoegazy bands like Dive, My Bloody Valentine, you know, the Slow Dive as well. Those kind of bands. I know there's two shoegaze bands. One's called Slow Dive and the other's called Dive. Anyway, you know, but also being a fan of metal as well, I think it really works. That kind of heavier sort of drums, and Deftoney kind of vibe really works really well.
For sure, I really like that sort of thing. It's very chill. It's
not something I'd listen to. Obviously, like it's one of those songs where it's or those bands, I guess, where it's like when you're in this kind of mood band.
They're from Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool. Okay.
I didn't expect them to be English, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, they've been called metalcore as one of their genres. That's interesting. I wonder if they've got a slightly screamier songs around.
Prepare, Consume, Proceed is a very edgy sounding name for an album compared to what we just heard. The album we just listened to, or the song we just listened to, is off their most recent album, I Let It In and It Took Everything.
Wow.
They are categorized within the metalcore genre with experimental elements.
Well, maybe they have slightly heavier. Maybe we need to listen to a song from the first
song's
album.
called Gourd, so I'm going to go ahead and guess it's a bit heavier.
Yeah, that looks. Yeah. I think this might be from their new album as well, because it came out in 2019.
They knew each other from different musical projects. They went to the same school as each other.
That's cute.
They had like. They used stage names and stuff and wore masks and shit. The first album had a gent style and synthy atmosphere, but they criticised the horror-like image stage names and stuff, but then they decided to get rid of those and just decided to just be themselves, because they said their influences were gimmicks of Ghost and Slipknot.
Okay.
Which is, shamelessly taking ideas from other bands, ditching them as a means of distinguishing themselves. Cool.
That's pretty cool. I think a lot of people, or a lot of sort of newer bands, kind of want to have those slightly like weirder gimmicks to like differentiate themselves.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, if your music is like genuinely interesting enough, then that'll differentiate yourself from that or anything. Or if it's like different enough but same enough. I mean, you know, almost 2,000 people agreed with that guy that said they sounded like Deftones. Yeah. You know, where it's like same but different. Kind of thing.
I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with a gimmick. Like the fact is that Slipknot gained a lot of traction because of the masks and because of the whole hidden identities and stuff.
But I think
and
back
it's the same with Ghost.
But back in the 90s when like a lot of like new metal and stuff was coming up, I think that was definitely less of a gimmick than it is now, because that's already an established it's an established thing. Like when you think of masks and like makeup and stuff, you think of those kind of 90s 80s bands like Slipknot, like Ghost, like I mean even like ICP and stuff like you know
Mushroom Head,
exactly like you know or Buckethead, like those like where that was like where like that was kind of a thing. Nowadays I think if you kind of do that kind of stuff, like the criticism of this band, it's kind of seen, one, quite gimmicky, and two, like you're kind of copying a trend, so people have to be a little bit more creative with it. I'm glad they kind of dropped that though. It was nice to see their actual faces.
Yeah, so it looks like this song is off of the EP prior to this album that we just listened to.
Okay.
It was an EP which features the songs Gourd and New Face in the Dark, and they decided to just call it that. Mostly metalcore fusion. They referred to as being part of the latest movement within the genre, alongside Code Orange and Ocean. Have you ever listened to Ocean Grove?
Listened to Ocean Grove. Big. Obviously, we've done an album review. Like highly love Code Orange. We're sort of big fans. So
I've Ocean Grove's album's quite good as well. It's kind of like new metal-y in a way. It's quite good.
We should listen to the song.
Yeah, let's listen to the song before we spoil anything else. god. Imagine if we just listened to that first.
Yeah.
People in the comments like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. Well, I'm really glad they can display such different styles. But also, this sounds like it's going to fucking slap. Like, that immediately, that first...
Yeah, like...
I was like,
oh, okay.
I already like this.
That dropped straight into it, and I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Alright. Don't stop me here now. Very vain vocals. Dude, their guitar tone is so fucking sick.
So good.
Like, how do you do that? We need to find out how to do that.
Dude,
it
like,
sounds so fucking cool.
that kind of like genty, chuggy sound is just one of my favorite like guitar tones like ever.
Yeah,
where it's like dong dong dong, like it literally sounds like
there's a riff like in the back of the like I didn't even notice the continuous screaming until you mentioned it, but there's a riff like in the back of that which is very and I was just like, oh my god, my brain. Like, because I'm a big Gojira fan, and that's right.
I was about to say, like the riffs are very Gojira.
Yeah, let's listen to it again. Is that the end? Or is it a false ending? If this is okay, I was hoping it was a false. That was fucking sick.
Awesome.
That was so good,
dude. That ending, like I think both of our faces, we were just like, like it was like that boom. Dude, like
Botch. I've listened to Botch before, and they are good.
dude, like band, like that's one of my favorite things as well. It's just like breakdowns. Like, is that a breakdown or when it's like a? I'd say this was like less like metalcore and more like hardcore.
Yeah, this was
like,
straight hardcore.
Like that song sounded like definitely like something that could have come out of like Vane or something like that.
That's what I said. Like the vocals are very Vane, and the like whole metallic sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Like sort of distorted, like broken data sort of thing. And they really emphasize that with the visuals of like everything kind of fragmenting. And
Same
stuff.
thing with like the when we looked at the Wikipedia article, the Code Orange like sort of like, you know, when you listen to like Swallowing the Rabbit Hole where it has like like the bit where everyone thinks they're
That's one of the coolest parts.
Yeah, when people think like their speakers are breaking, but it's actually like it sort of had that kind of like vibe.
Yeah, they keep like a lot of bands seem to be doing that sort of stuff, and it's heavy as fuck, dude. Like literally, this song. Imagine seeing this live. Like it's one of the songs you'd have to mosh to. You gotta like. This is a fucking street fight song. Yeah. This is like a beating the shit out of each other song.
Yeah. And well, people like, what year did this come out? Like, yeah. So
a couple of years ago now.
Just before Corona was a thing. I'm sure they might have played this a couple of times live, and you lucky bastards would have had the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, dude. This is fucking
loved that.
Big dumb. This is fucking sick. I'm gonna put this straight on my playlist. Dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Holy shit! I can't stop moving my neck.
Dude, that bit where it's just like like that was so good.
Dude, we have to listen to another song.
Yeah,
I was gonna cut the video there, but we have to listen to
one more.
Just
to get like just to get a feel.
Look like that. Let's play this. This is literally like the first song combined with the second song.
Yeah, genuinely. Like, like I couldn't have gone any better. Like we were like, oh yeah, that sounds Deftones. You're like, oh yeah, that sounds like Code Orangey, and then literally the last song we're listening to, it's just both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of mad.
I just love that guitar tone and the chonk of it and the bass heaviness of it.
Yeah, it went so well into like that softer bit as well. Like the guitarist.
I'm gonna roll it back a wee bitty so we can experience that again.
Yeah.
Sorry, finish what you.
I was gonna say the guitarist's like voice, because I think sometimes they both scream as well. Because like in the last song you heard that there are different, like slightly different tones where they come in. I feel like both of them are doing that. I might be wrong. So the fact that they're vocally they're both like fantastic with the heavier vocals and the softer ones is great.
Yeah.
So good. Like I can only dream to like get to that point eventually, but like that's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it sounds like these guys haven't been in like any previous bands or anything either. I mean, it says that they're in like previous projects, but I mean they've known each other since school, and they're visibly like quite young.
Yeah.
Major acts such as Deftones, Slipknot, and Korn have been cited as major influences.
That's another thing what you were saying before about like aesthetically they don't necessarily look the part, quote unquote, of like bands that traditionally do this kind of music. I fucking love that, if I'm honest. Like that's like the epitome of kind of punk in a way, where it's just like even in like alternative genres they're still not conforming to the alternative norm.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
it's like punk.
Yeah, it's like it's the ultimate metal thing. Like people like that's not metal. It's like I don't give a fuck what you think is metal. That's the most.
It's
metal
all about
thing.
the music.
Yeah.
Like doesn't care. Like I don't give a fuck what we look like, like how we dress, anything like that. Like at the end of the day, it comes down to the music. And in my opinion, this band is fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're really sick. I'm gonna have to listen to the whole album.
Yeah.
Or we could do it for a CHUB Cast.
I don't want to wait to put it on a CHUB Cast. We'll be waiting for ages.
We can still listen to it and put it on a CHUB Cast.
That is big true. We'll just be like, Greg and Zach, you're gonna fucking listen to it.
Yeah, you're gonna listen to it. You're gonna like it.
Okay. They played the virtual download in 2020. Hopefully, they play the real download whenever we're
that
allowed
would be
to do
amazing.
that.
Yeah, dude, we have to. I mean,
yeah, we have to go see them.
we have to go see them. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, let it in.
And I love that they're English as well, just so like there's more of an opportunity to be able to see them.
Yeah.
Are all these songs on their new album, or is it
all the ones we've listened to so far? Actually, no. This song and the previous song were off that EP before the.
No,
new
I
album.
think go back to the set list on Wikipedia. There you go. God's there.
Okay, and New Faces in the Dark, which is the one we're listening to now.
Oh, there you go.
But I think they released them as singles before the album, sort of thing.
If you guys enjoyed these songs as much as we did as well,
go fucking listen to I Let It In, and it took everything. This album fucking slaps so far though, dude. This is disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm putting this straight on my fucking playlist. Anyway, let's finish the fucking song. I rewinded it back so that we could hear the transition again, so let's go for that.
Vocal transition, bro. Wow. Love that.
What's that?
On the guitar. No, that's what I'm saying. You went from like, it was his voice.
I mean, like, I'll tell you afterwards. Sick. That was so good.
Oh.
It really does remind me of Vane. If you guys haven't heard of them, listen to
Vane.
Their album Aerazone is fucking sick as well. That came out a few years ago.
Aerazone's like probably one of my most favorite like recent albums of like the teenies. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah,
So
I mean, listen to the. I mean, like they have this really high like sort of Dillinger Escape Plan guitar at some point. It's fucking disgusting.
Is this bit? Wait, play this bit.
Yeah, I know what you meant with the vocals. Went from like this guttural low to like
instantly. It's so good.
can literally fucking hear the fucking pitch shifting in his throat. Like,
Yeah.
it's disgusting, dude. Sleep Token.
That ending destroyed me.
Oh, mate.
I'm not gonna lie.
Aesthetically heavy. Mate, is the bass string even attached? Loathe, Spirit Box, Ginger, and Sleep Token should do it. I mean, those are all fantastic bands.
Yeah.
They're all very
We
good.
recently covered Spirit Box, and obviously,
I'm a big fan of Ginger.
Yeah.
We've done a single on CHUB Cast, and Sleep Token. I was going to do The Offering on CHUB Cast too.
have you heard Sleep Token before?
Yeah.
I've never heard them.
You never listened to them?
No, I don't think so.
You heathen. Sav did a cover and you didn't even listen to them.
Oh, was it that band?
Yeah.
Oh, then I have. Well, I've heard a cover of that
They're
band.
kind of... Actually, yeah, I've played them in here before, remember? That? And we were like, oh, they're quite poppy vocals.
Oh yeah.
No, they're good. They are good. They're not anything like these guys.
But they should do a tour together.
But, yeah, I mean, they're fucking good. I'd happily go see them.
Yeah, for sure. That'd
It's
be
funny, though,
amazing.
because if I remember correctly, Sleep Token are actually, like, also doing the whole masks and hidden identity thing, which Loathe swore off.
Oh, they're also
Sleep
British
Token are
as
also
well.
British. They are a masked and anonymous collective of musicians said to be united in their worship of an ancient deity identified as Sleep, who appeared to the band's lead singer, the Vessel, in a dream.
I think I remember you mentioning that before.
Yeah. Anyway, we've run really long. This band are fucking sick. Go listen to them.
Listen to Loathe.
They're so cool. I'm going to listen to more Loathe after this.
Yeah.
When we're allowed outside, go see them. Buy their shit. Give them your money. Support good bands.
Yeah. Support local bands. Support British bands.
Proper British
Proper
bands.
British. Proper British.
Fuck's sake, man. On that bombshell, if this reaction gave you a chub,
It did.
it did. I've got a raging SME.
Like and subscribe!